and we talk about technique. Technique is something fine, you know? It's like something like you brush the diamonds, you know?
Техниката е нещо финно, като се едно да чистиш диаманти.
And then you have 20 players and they all have different technique. And you know that the technical elements is passing with inside foot.
Знаете, технически елемент е подаването на топка.
And you know how it looks like, how it's supposed to look like, and what is the biomechanic of that element. Okay?
Знаете какво е, как трябва да изглежда и биомеханиката на...
And then you will have, let's say, 12 players that will do that properly.
И там имате 12 играча, където може да го направят добре.
And then you have repetitions, okay? Good repetitions. And you have 8 of them that are not doing good.
След което имате доста повторения, имате 8 от тях, които не се справят.
And you must stop.
И вие сте задължени да спрете.
Put those guys on side and come from the beginning. Okay, something is wrong. If I try to shoot the ball and I'm not shooting the ball, and you just continue with the drills like nothing is happening, that is not good. Because what will happen? They will learn wrong and they will remember wrong.
Защото те ще го научат грешно и ще го запомнят грешно.
It is the same situation if I repeat like million times something wrong. Okay, 3 times 4 is 15. Okay, and I'm repeating that million times. And then I wake up in the night and someone asks me 3 times 4, I'll say 15. Because I repeated wrong million times. Same thing is with technique, okay? So if you learn wrong, then they will remember wrong and they will do it wrong probably all the time. And to get back to the good way, you will need maybe 3 times more repetitions and corrections. And the final goal is, when we look at the Champions League, they are not thinking about technique, they are just performing. Okay?
И когато погледнем към крайната цел, която е на Шампионската лига, те не мислят за нещата, те просто ги...
The long ball is coming and Mbappe is thinking, okay, I will take the ball with the inside left. He's not thinking, okay, he just go. Because everything is automatic in his head. Okay, basic principles of dynamic and functional technique is the second part. We will talk about that tomorrow. And the third part is in situational competitive environment. Okay, this is something that is just the upgrade of individual technique. Okay.
Тези двете са нещо като подобрение на индивидуалните техники.
If you are good here, if you build a good solid base, then it's much easier. And you building the base here, okay? Here. Also when you talk about defense. Basic technique of defending, and you have here, okay, sorry. Individual defensive principles, okay? Same thing, because most of the time you are defending 1v1. Then you have defensive principle 2, 3 and 4 players, and then you have team defensive principles, okay? Go to examples of drills when we talk about technique. We will try to explain why is this important. Because when you are in Brazil, then they are technically already good.
Защото когато са в Бразилия, те вече са...
And they maybe need some other things.
Те може би се нуждаят от нещо друго.
When you are in, for example, in Germany, they are good in work habits, for example.
Но сте в Германия, те са
добри с Scandinavia, you know. So each, it's not same to talk about development in I don't know, Saudi Arabia, in Croatia, in Bulgaria, and in Canada. It's totally different concept. Because of that, I'm telling you that you need to find your own way. You know, you have your players, you see what they are missing, and you moderate the program. I can try to help you with a Dinaмо development program.
Ще ви помогнем с програмата на Динамо.
So, we try to follow these 3, let's say, elements, yes.
Те се опитват да следват тези 3 елемента, които са Тенденцията, в която футбола се развива, е отбор с личност, дългосрочно предсказване на футболното развитие и стилът на Динамо на игра.
So we already touched this Dinamo style of play, okay? We already spoke a little bit about that.
Вече сме говорили малко за тяхния стил на игра.
The game is again changing, okay?
Играта отново се е променила.
When we talk about long-term forecast, this is mostly about the players. How they will develop in the future, or how they are developing.
Ако говорим за дълги виждания, това е най-главно за става въпрос за играчите, но това те как се развиват или как ще се развиват.
Because when you go by position, goalkeepers, totally different profile. Central defenders, probably also not totally, but different profile. You have today central defenders that are good in technique, they go into the space, they open the field, open the play, and they are fast, they are explosive, they are totally different than they were like 20 or 30 years ago. Okay, now you have one problem here. Team and individual. Because if you are Dinamo and you depend on selling players, you must sell.
Ако изцяло разчитате на продажбата на играчите,
then you cannot sell teams.
Не може да продадете цяло.
You have to sell individuals, okay?
Давате само индивидуални играчи.
But again, everybody expects from Dinamo to have good teams, okay? And the individual will develop in better team. The development will be better.
Всички очакват Динамо да имат добър отбор, и индивидуалността се развива в по-добър отбор.
Four things that are very, very important when we talk about Dinamo program.
Четири неща, които са много важни.
Technique, under pressure, tactical concept, physical concept, desire to compete.
Те са желание за състезание, за конкуренция, техника под напрежение, тактическа концепция и физическа концепция.
This is basically, we all know what is this, okay? It's easy. But desire to compete, I will try to explain a little bit.
Желанието за състезание.
Not only to win the game, okay? But also to win the play on the training. Also to win some relay between two players, 1v1. This is how you mentally develop the players to be winners.
Не само на играта, на тренировката и на матча, но също така и на играта, когато играем също индивидуални играчи. Ние се стремим да спечелим. Това е нещо, което помага за развиването на менталитета на конкретния играч.
You have a lot of players that are passive during the training session, and then during the game they want to do everything. Under 7 to under 10, okay?
Първата част е под 7 и 10 годишни.
So, we can write everything down and you will say this is all good. But still, we will have coaches in this age group that the kids don't have fun playing football, that the players will have pressure and ultimatums, coaches that always directing the players, leave them, okay? Leave them to play. Have your time during training session, training session, training session, training session. Game is for the players, not for the coaches, okay? They want to be important in the game. They want to show themselves what they learned. Okay, this is some global guidelines. This is roughly the percentage of which kind of or type of drills you should use in the training session. Try to involve, if you have opportunity, coaches from other sports. Because we do have kids today, when they fall, they broke the arm. They don't know how to fall. We learn that instinctively as a kids because we were always running. But today kids, they need to learn. You need to learn them. A result of the game is not really the key thing in that age group. Let's say the individual development of each player, okay?